It's an election year. You know they're going to throw everything at us. Mass shootings, school shootings, psyops, mass casualty events, earthquakes, alien encounters, Project Bluebeam, all of it. So for that reason, me and Paranoid Radio thought it was important to bring you guys a weekly flashy news flash, where we break down all of the lies, all of the misdirections, psyops, in real time, with every weekly news cycle. The news cycles are moving so fast, we're not going to let them get away with it because information is power. And most importantly, honest reporting on Donald Trump and his court cases. So stay tuned for a flashy news flash.
Tell me, boy.
I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, bitch, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, bitch, I'm paranoid.
The information war is real. The news is fake. I've said that many times, and now we are starting to see the signs of winning the information war. Nothing is won yet, but we are absolutely trending in the right direction. We are starting to see evidence of that. Let's start with Dr. Anthony Fauci and Dr. Deborah Birx have been criminally referred to the Attorney General in Louisiana. And why Louisiana is the perfect state for this is because if we remember just a couple months ago, MAGA swept Louisiana. The governor, the attorney general, who will be in charge of prosecuting this case if it goes that far, the Congress, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. And this is the difference between your normal Republicans and a MAGA Republican. Normal, everyday rhinos have had power in Louisiana and other red states this whole time for years and years and years. Nothing. No action. Meanwhile, we see Donald Trump being prosecuted in these deep blue states. So why can't we do the same thing in deep red states? Because the Republican Party has been controlled opposition up until this very moment. And we are putting that on display now. So yes, Republican and Democrat, same wing, same bird, blah, blah, blah. We are not Republicans. We are not here to participate. We are here to take over and wake up as many people as we can on the way. So now Dr. Anthony Fauci is being criminally referred in Louisiana. Not only that, the state of Kansas is bringing a lawsuit against Pfizer, the drug company. Oh, yeah. This is what we want to see. They're bringing a huge lawsuit because Pfizer lied in its advertising of the vaccine. Simple as that. And if you lie about your product, you do not have liability protection. So this is where we see kind of the plan coming in place with Operation Warp Speed also. Because what it did was it forced these drug companies to rush this to market and exposing all the things that they normally would do, but would do it right under our noses, lying on the studies, all of this stuff. And it was on full display because everybody was paying attention, and it was under an emergency use authorization. So it was allowed to be questioned, wasn't allowed to be mandated. Wow. It's all coming together. Now Pfizer is on full display. Everybody know that they lied. The CEO of Pfizer was going on news stations saying that it's 90% effective. You're not going to get COVID. It's the best thing ever. It stops transmission. All of this stuff. It's going to be fully exposed in this lawsuit in Kansas. This isn't some tiny little lawsuit. The Attorney General, who is MAGA in Kansas, is bringing this lawsuit with the state of Kansas and all of its resources behind it. This is not some private lawyer. This is a whole state. They're going to get discovery. We're going to get to a bottom of a lot of shit. This is what we want to see. Now, I want to talk quickly about Donald Trump went down to Washington, D.C., went back to the swamp to go talk to some of the rhinos in the GOP. Make sure they're getting on board, because if you don't get on this train, you're gonna get run over. And that's exactly what we saw, them getting on the train. He went down to Washington, D.C. They all kissed his ass. Mitch McConnell was kissing his ass. All of them, all the people that really hate him that deep down, but they see the writing on the wall. They know that this is no longer your old school Republican Party. If you want to continue to be a part of this new Republican Party, you're going to get on the fucking train. And if you don't, we're going to leave you behind. And the primaries are coming up, so you better start kissing the ring if you want to stay in this Republican Party. We are here to take over, not to merely participate. So during that meeting he had with the GOP, Trump said he is really interested in eliminating the federal taxes. Holy shit. All of them. No more federal taxes. That would pretty much get rid of the IRS and the Federal Reserve. But he did this because he knew it would leak to the media and he wanted to see the public's reaction. And you know what? He got the reaction he wanted. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody thinks it's a great idea. And it is a great idea. And this is something that Trump wanted to do, but you can't really do things like that in your first term. He didn't have the public support. He didn't have the support from his own party to do it. But now, after inflation, after all of these things, people are starting to understand that taxation is theft and how he even has a plan on how to do it. He's going to use tariffs on goods so that the government can make money that way, which is exactly what you would how you would do it. So you may pay a little bit more for things, but you're not going to have any federal income tax. This is amazing. This is what we want to see. And now we continue to see the left absolutely losing their minds. A threat to democracy. They're a threat to democracy. Donald Trump is the biggest threat to... No. Your version of democracy is a threat to our constitutional republic. And people are starting to understand what the difference is. Democracy, their version of democracy, is tyranny of the majority. 51%. That's all you need to win it over in a democracy. Democracy cannot exist in a country that is ran on propaganda. Because all you would have to do is psyop or lie to enough people to get them to believe you, and then boom, your side wins. That's why they want to get rid of the Electoral College. Because if they do, then the popular vote would win. Essentially, New York and California would determine who the president is for the whole country. They would love nothing more than that because they're such a blue state. And they have manipulated the minds of these people to such an extent that they would continue to vote for Joe Biden. But they're losing all of this grasp. That's why they don't know what to do. They are panicking. They're saying we are the threat. No, we are a threat to them. We are a threat because we are the news. Once we win the information war, the rest will fall into place. It was never going to be easy. It was never going to be quick. But best believe, we are bringing down this disease temple on their heads. Godspeed.
Paranoid Radio.